Hey guys, it's been a while. I just really wanted to make a video, and here we go. Alright, so this is gonna be a short little snippet of my journey through things, through stuff I've collected, through things I've accumulated, so here we go. So the first item that I ever got that was witchy related was this. I was really bold in getting it because I was born in a Roman Catholic house, and everybody on both my mom's and dad's side are basically Roman Catholic. So I was being a real black sheep, and I still am the black sheep. So yeah, like I got this when I wasn't sure on what to look for. So this was my jump in the deep end, some might think. And it has so much stuff like the 5 sacred elements, the 8 sabbats, what is Wicca, starting off with that, I'm just flipping through. And it has like it touches briefly on things like from a lot of traditions. So it has like the Tree of Life, and then the Cabal, and astrology of course, and it has little snippets on like chanting to raise energy, and the sun and the moon, the importance of most things. So yeah, that was to really help me out with getting everything sorted out, so I would know where to go from the starting point, which was basically nowhere because I had no idea what I was doing. And I actually had to ask a friend to hide this for me for a couple of months. And she did until her grandparents visited her house and they stayed over. And they're Roman Catholic too, so yeah. Or they're religious. Yeah, they're religious. And they wouldn't approve of this. So I had to hide it. Dad found it a couple weeks later, and a whole bunch of drama happened, but that's for another time. Or if you just want to ask me, my Tumblr's linked to my page. So yeah. This helped me with the kickoff point, but the thing that really got me into like the tools and stuff were these babies. Crystals. These aren't even my first crystals, these are just the biggest ones I could find at the moment. They're both quartz. I think this one has a bit of smoky. But yeah, like I had no idea that these things, these little pretty rocks, could like have metaphysical abilities. Like, I'll do this whole thing on stones later, but basically, when you hold one of these in your pocket, or in your purse, or just on you, or even in your hand in meditation, it'll help out in a certain way. Like, quartz itself is an amplifier, and it can also take in information. In a sort of way, it's like a USB, but with like feelings and other stuff. They store things in different ways, not as easy as just sticking a USB. Different process, but I'll go over that later. So these things, pretty good, pretty solid. So another thing I found on my journey is that journaling is a must. Now when I first started, I wasn't really sure what to call these things, but basically when I first started out I thought they were books of shadows. Not necessarily the case. They could also be called mirror books, or just plain old magical journals, or whatever. There's so many terms for things these days, you know? But yeah, this was my first one, and it's like pseudo leather bound because like a little bit of it's chipping off right there. Not sure if you could tell. You can see it better on that side. Yeah. But yeah, I basically, when I first started out, I put in so many things, and I'm still putting things in now. When I started off with tarot, which was my first divination tool, I started putting down spreads. Then I have like a 3, a 5, and a 7 card spread to start off. And then I have some other spreads, and I even made my own personal spread, which I'll probably post on my Tumblr later on, now that I have the info. But also whenever I did a meditation, whatever I saw, if I had a stone used, like where I placed the stone on my body and what effect it gave me, and basically all my witchy things are basically in here. And This one's a little tad different because it's mostly an art journal slash diary thing, but I also have a little glossary on this side on numbers in the tarot and the suits and like their elemental correspondences. So that's pretty cool. I usually keep this on hand like this. This for card meanings if they're minor arcana. This card for card spreads. And I usually carry that, and this is my first deck. You can tell it's a little worn because I used it a lot in the beginning. Like, there was a good month where I did nothing but like tarot readings for people, and it was for free because I was practicing still, and each time I got better and better, I kept on thinking, wow, I could really help people with this. And I still think of that in that way whenever I'm giving someone a reading. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm glad I helped that person out right after the reading, or oh, I'm glad that that question was answered for them. It could have been really important. Now, tarot has a lot of stigma in like the non-witchy community because reasons, which I'm pretty sure you know, and I know, and I'll just not say them because stigmas can affect many things. But yeah, I basically loved tarot so much, and I still do. It's just I haven't done it in a while because I've been so busy with my life and work and all these other things. But the first thing that drew me to this was like the color. It's a nice little lilac, and then I started seeing the artwork, and man, Art Nouveau is so nice. And it was also really convenient for me at the time because I was still in the broom closet. I have it this small so I could easily hide it, and I could just put the cards in, hide them, have them in my bag, have them in my pocket. So yeah, and I still have that. It's still very near and dear to my heart. I thought I lost that deck, so I got another one exactly like it. But yeah, then I found my old deck again. It was in another purse, and I was so ecstatic. This is my other divination tool, and I like naming things because I also believe in animism, the belief that even inanimate objects still have a soul within them. And pendulums have their own personalities, I find, especially if they're made out of stone. And this is Nicholas, or Nick for short, and he's helped me through a couple of things. Like finding the remote or my keys. They're very good for dowsing. And this is him right here. He's a green aventurine pendulum. Even though the tip broke, he still works like a charm. And here's the little ball end, which my friend helped modify. She did a very good job. So pendulums, you ask them yes or no questions, and you get yes or no answers, but also the chance of maybe and doesn't want to answer, because they have different movements and they all mean different things. And everybody has a different way of interpreting it, and I'll make a video about that sometime later. So, as I went on through the months and then became the years, I found that I need some protection from things. Well, we all need some protection from things. So, I was doing some research and I found that people were using this stuff, pink Himalayan salt. I got it from Walmart, and the pink one has different attributes compared to the regular one, and it's supposed to be like more potent because it's also from the Himalayas, which is a very high vibrational place. So yeah, I use that for protection spells, warding things, salt things like a Winchester, you know. And salt became my friend, but then another thing that became my friend was incense. I started off with stick incenses, and there were a lot of peculiar and also really sweet smells. But now I'm trying to go into cone incense because they're a lot easier to clean up. And this one's strawberry. It smells really nice, and they just look like this. And you can get them from like your local metaphysical shop or like an Earthbound in your mall or a hippie store or whatever you want to call them. So yeah. Oh yeah, almost forgot. The last thing that I was to get most recently, my old mentor, which I did a interview for, yes, he gave me a wand actually to help me out in my journey. So this is it. It's made out of a stone called selenite, and selenite has a very high vibrational frequency, and it also is associated with light and the moon and Selene. So here it is. Now you can't put this in water because selenite itself as a stone, it will start to gel up and melt and do all this other bad stuff. But yeah, see, this is kind of why the association with light, because the way it refracts light. And I'm just like, whoa, I leveled up, you know, because I first started off with a wooden wand that I carved myself and bound that I couldn't find right now, but I'll post it later. And then when I got this, I'm like, dude, this is the master sword. I'm just like, yes. So, very happy with this. I actually like it so much that I never want to let it go, so I'm taking very good care of this. It was a gift, and I have no idea how much it was, but he got it from this metaphysical shop that's also in a salt cave back in his home state, so that was pretty cool. That's pretty cool of him. Thank you. If you're watching this, thank you. So, yeah, that's been my journey thus far in stuff, and you don't always have to accumulate stuff, but it's definitely, I think, could be a part of your journey. Like, even if you can't afford any of this stuff now, even if like it's really hard to find or you just can't have it in your house because of one reason or another, if you stick to a path of some sort, you're going to accumulate stuff. So, and everything has a story, so if you want to make like a video response on what you have and your collection of things, stones, teas, go for it. So, this is Lady Indigo signing off. I'll catch you later. Bye.